How you doing, guys? This is Stevenmeinster again, talking to you about that classic band, Hot Tuna. I've been seeing Hot Tuna for ages and ages, all my life, ever since I was 15. My first show, I would think, was at the Casino Arena in Asbury Park, and then the Palladium. I'm going back 35 to 40 years ago. Remember seeing them in Queens College, the Capitol Theater in Passaic, the Comac Arena in Long Island, so many places, it's unbelievable. Upstate New York, colleges all across the New York, Pennsylvania, tri-state area. And in the old days, Hot Tuna was a fucking unbelievable band, man. Yoma, Jack, and remember Bob Steele played drums. They jammed. And 8-hour shows, 7-hour shows. They just went on and on, and they had these huge sound systems that just blew you away. I remember at the Palladium, they were broadcast. That's when they came out with I believe it was Hoppekoff. They were trying to go really mainstream back then, and they were broadcast live over WNEW, 102.7 FM. It was a great show. I got pictures that I took myself that I got hanging on my walls. There's my Hot Tuna poster, and I've been seeing them. Yoma's birthday party at the Beacon Theater was fantastic, But again, I want to get back, getting back to the old days, man, when they really played. Today, you go see Hot Tuna Electric, and it's not Hot Tuna. It's Hot Tuna's friends. They come out and they bring friends and friends and friends. This guy playing mandolin, Barry, he's great. Don't get me wrong, G.E. Smith is great. But I just want to see Yoma, Jack, and a drummer with a huge sound system. And I want to see them go out and set up a huge sound system. And I want to just not do one show. I want to do a tour called Hot Tuna Classic, where they put a big picture screen in the back, and while they're playing, go back and show pictures on slides of them from the old days, and set up a sound system and turn up the volume. America's Choice. This album is to be played at full volume for maximum effect. That goes for all Hot Tuna music, man. Hoppekoff, Side B. It is fantastic music, man. Farfessa Rat, fantastic. Bob Burgess, fantastic music. But, there are so many songs that they just don't do anymore that they used to do in the old days. Walking Blues they don't do. Sweet Jelly Roll they don't do. If I don't get it, I don't know. I go see Hot Tuna knowing what they're capable of doing, and they do something else. The last great show I saw was at the Brookhaven Amphitheater. It was an outdoor show. There was a blues fest. All three bands had mandolin players, and Hot Tuna was the last band to go on, but they had a time limit. They only were allowed to play for around an hour, and it was great. Before the show, I met Yoma on the side of the stage, and he stuck his hand over the fence and shook my hand, and I said, Yoma, let's take a blast back to the past, man. Let's do some old classic Hot Tuna. I didn't know what they would do, but they came out, and that's exactly what they did. They did some really heavy electric Hot Tuna. It was just great. And then like the last 2, 3, 4 years, I go see them. They're great, but they're not doing what they're capable of doing. They let their friends take over their shows, man. We need Yoma, Jack, a drummer, a huge sound system, and we need the Hot Tuna to do a classic, old style Hot Tuna show. We deserve it. The fans deserve it. The fans need it. The fans want it. Every time I go to a Hot Tuna concert, and believe me, there are so many shows out there that I can go to, but I keep going back to Hot Tuna because I love Yoma and Jack. They are just great, great musicians. Yoma inspired me to play the guitar, and that's why I own all of this music equipment over here. I got so much music equipment, it's unbelievable, if it wasn't for Yoma and Jack, I wouldn't be into the music the way that I'm into. I'm retired, I worked in the clubs all my life, I sold audio, video equipment all my life, but I know every time I go to a Hot Tuna show lately, I speak to the people around me, we look at each other, and we go, where's Hot Tuna? They're physically here, but they're not the band that they grew their following on. Their following was, I know they can't do 5-hour shows anymore. I know, but they can come out and they can do a 2-hour rocking show where the music doesn't have to be down to a science. You pick up your guitar and your bass and you go with it. You jam with it, man. Jam it, jam it, jam it, jam it. Kick it out. Just go. I mean, going to shows. Jack used to come out before the show, pick up the bass, and play for a half hour by himself. Yorma used to come out and pick up the acoustic guitar and play for a half hour and blow. Yorma's probably the only acoustic guitar player I know that can play to 30, 40,000 people and get the guy in the back row to say, "Wow, this guy's great." Nobody else out there can do this, man. At least not in my opinion. There are a lot of great guitar players out there, don't get me wrong, but Yorma's in a league on his own. He's just, I go on to Breakdown Way all the time. I visit the Fur Peach Ranch website all the time. I wish I can go to the Fur Peach Ranch. I just physically can't afford it. It's not cheap. It's a lot. But I want to see Hot Tuna, and I want to see Yorma and Jack get a huge sound system and set it up and turn up the volume and come to New York. You don't have to play at the Beacon. Go play some of the colleges around. Go back to Queens College. Go back to NYU, or wherever, or some of the clubs downtown, and the people that need to go to the show or the people that use your email sites all the time and everything. Let's do it, man. I need all the old hot Fanatunes to start backing me up on this, and let's get a message back to Yorma and Jack saying, this is what we want, man. We don't want your friends. I mean, we love your friends, don't get me wrong, but we want to buy a Hot Tuna ticket, and we want to see classic Hot Tuna. Yorma, Jack, a drummer. Bring in a keyboard player like the old days. That's not a problem, But I know Yorma can play these leads like nobody else can play them. Barry, he's great playing them on the mandolin, but I want Yorma's guitar, the person that influenced me, the person that blew me away. I mean, at the Casino Arena in Asbury Park 30 years ago when David Sanchez opened up my first Hot Tuna show, it was amazing. A 7-8 hour show. They went on at midnight. The cops had to kick them off because they were going so long. It was unbelievable. I mean, at the Palladium in New York, 8-hour shows. They go on at 8:39 and they go off at 3, 4 in the morning. These shows are just no more, but I don't expect an 8, 9-hour show, but I'd like a 3, 4 hour show where you guys take a break like you did at Planting Fields. That acoustic show was fantastic. It really was. But let's get back. One more tour, please, guys. One more tour of old classic Hot Tuna and crank it up. And make sure you let me know when you're doing this so that I can be there because I deserve it. I've only been to, a couple of thousand Hot Tuna concerts, man. I am a die-hard Hot Tuna fan. And there are so many more guys and girls out there like me. You have no idea. The old Bottom Line shows were great. I can go on and on and on forever. But sound system, you really got to get a great sound system again like it wasn't. I know the technology has gone advanced today where these smaller speakers do the job, but it's not the same. It's not the same. We need a wall of speakers on each side of the stage. We need you, Yorma, to put up a bunch of freaking stacks, and Jack needs to put his old bass equipment back together, and we need the drums lifted off the floor so you guys can rock out, man. Rock it. Come on, guys. Let's do it one more time. I love you guys. Thanks.